Okay. All right. So chapter 6 is about object snaps, which we've kind of been talking about already, and we've been using them at least. We'll mess with the trim command, offset, and the extend command. We'll also mess with stretch a little bit. And I believe your homework will be related to some of that stuff. But let's get to it here. So first thing I want you to do is open the template you made for yourself and go to the rectangle function and start it at the 6, comma 3 location, and then hit enter. And then hit dimension, or you could type it probably, and choose a 6. So 6 length, 6 width. It doesn't ask you where, just put it to the right side here. Okay, so one more time. Rectangle. Rectangle command, first point at 6, comma 3. Use dimension of 6 by 6. So you can create your rectangle. Okay. Everyone got that so far? All right. After that, choose circle command. Center this circle at the point 9, comma 6. And choose radius 1. And it doesn't have to be in the exact same place, just as long as it's the same dimensions. If you put your square over here, it's whatever. It's not a huge deal. Okay. I'm just giving you the points, that way you have the exact same example. But for this example, it doesn't matter. Now, what I do need you to do is make sure that the polar tracking is turned off right here. Make sure it's not on. Okay. Also, I want to show you the object snap menu. So type in object and go to snap. So here, we've messed with it down here in this little toolbar here, but here's more details. So you can turn off and on. We have endpoint, midpoint, center. So we're going to use, we don't need center. Make sure that's turned off. Parent intersection. We'll try midpoint and endpoint, see if that helps us. And we will turn it on. And again, that's just this little box down here. You know how we've been messing with this before, right? That's just the menu. You can also get there by clicking here, right? You can do more details. Also, here is the snap and grid, which we've been doing by typing in snap or grid, turning in our, putting in our spacing, etc. It's the same thing. So you've done this before, but I'm just showing you different ways to get there. Okay. Just make sure the tangent is on, parent intersection. We'll leave these two, and hopefully that doesn't mess us up, but it'll be easier if it works. We'll try it out. Okay, so everyone with me up to this point? There's no rush, so if you miss something, let me know.
Yeah, hold on. So how do I change the radius of the circle? Because I'm using
click center radius.
No, yeah. So I made my circle and it's in the middle of it, but it put as a 6 diameter. So how do I go into the settings and change it back to 6 radius?
Honestly, I would just delete it and make a new circle. So you're wondering if you can edit the exact circle?
Yes, because when I was running it on like regular Mac, it would come up on the thing on the side that would put like you could just change it. So now I'm running that boot camp, and I'm running Windows, and it's a little bit different. I'm having to get used to it now.
You can double click the circle and this menu should pop up. You could manually change it here. Usually I just make a new one, but just because it's interesting, you could just type in the number here or go back and put it back. Oops. Yeah, there we go. So I just double click the circle and then the circle menu came up.
All right. Thank you. I got it.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. You might be able to scale as well, but I think that's the easiest route. You guys have any other questions before we go to the next part?
Where is the polar? I can't see your screen that low. That's why it was kind of hard for me to.
Polar is down here next to the right angle thing. He has his ortho mode. It's a circle with a triangle in it. You see that? Make sure that's off. So just go to tracking settings and turn it off. You could also just type in object snap and then go to polar tracking and turn it off here.
Okay, perfect.
One moment. Sorry, someone was spamming me on the phone. All right, so you guys have any questions beyond this part? Or we can go to the next part. Okay. So select the line command and just choose top of the circle here and click the corner. So the tangent snap, as you can see, is connecting to the midpoints. The corners. Oops, let me redo that. And you can see the tangent is working pretty good. So it's right next to the circle. So when you need to do a snap on a circle, the tangent will help you out. Assuming you guys remember the tangent from calculus stuff, right? See how it's tangent to the circle. And then these snaps for intersections and midpoints are guiding us here. But again, even though Tracker 6 is finally talking about snaps, we've been using them, right? You've used them for your rectangles and your, we've used them for decenters, etc. But we never used tangents. I wanted to make sure we did an example, at least talking about tangent. Okay. So does everyone know where to find the object snap menu? How you can toggle different types of snaps? Do you guys have any questions on this? Okay. All right, so for the next part, I'm just gonna trash this, I guess. Doesn't matter. For the next part, let's see here. Actually, we'll draw another rectangle. We'll put it in the same place. We said 6,3. We'll use dimensions again of 6 by 6. So for this example, we play with the trim command. So select the trim, the scissors up here. And then here you select the object you want to trim. So once you've selected it, you press enter, and then you choose which piece of the object. So if I want to delete the top part, the sides, I can do so, right? And you can also mark your snaps once you go over it once. The green will stay there, help you out. Okay. Sorry, I was messing around. Anyway, let's do some more trimming so you can see what else we can do. Even though some of you have already been using it. Let's make a circle. It doesn't really matter where. I'm going to put it at 7.5. Who cares, right? I will make it a radius 5. Okay. I'm going to turn on my center snaps to help me out. And I'm going to draw 2 lines that are parallel. They go through the circle. So here's the center. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to make the first line go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. 1 unit out. Same thing over here. Just from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There's my line. So these lines are intersecting the circle. So trim will work a little differently now that there's an intersection. So if I select the circle and press enter, it will trim the lines around the circle. So the circle becomes like a boundary. So everything inside of it can be deleted, or everything outside. You see how we can remove these, right? Let's try it the other way. Trim. I'm going to select the lines as my object. Press enter. Now I can delete the tops of the circle. And then just escape to when you're done. I'm going to trim some more. I will select the circle again, my boundary. Now delete those guys, I guess, for no reason. Okay. Now, before I go any further, if there's any questions, I'm going to use the extend command next. If you guys have any questions on the trim or how it works? The dimension of the circle and the lines don't really matter. I'm just using symmetry because it's pretty. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to draw a line that's parallel, or sorry, perpendicular to those other lines, just far away. Now we can use the extend command instead of trim and select the items I want to extend. So I'm going to extend these lines to here and press enter. So now I can highlight it and they will connect. And it will also technically bring back the circle if you wanted to. So that's what extend does. You can extend your shapes to connect elsewhere. Okay, you just need to select, you first select the items you want to extend, and then you press enter, and then you start highlighting where you want them to extend. Okay.
I got a question. So I have stretch and lengthen. Which one of them is it?
Either, it's extend. See, we're under trim. There should be another option.
Under trim.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so there should be a little drop box.
Sorry.
No, you're good, man. Oh, but let's, now that you mentioned stretch, just go ahead and mess with it. See how stretch works. So stretch, I'm going to select these circle parts. Now select the base. So you select the objects first, then you select the base point. Usually I like the center, and then you can shift your object. Right. Do it again. Select my items here. Enter. Select the base point. Then I can shift it back. So stretch can a lot of times take the place of moves, trims, or extends. So depending what you need, you'll use them appropriately. But sometimes stretch will do the job for you. Because I could have stretched those lines instead of extended, and you can always undo trims with extends. Okay. You can undo all this work for no reason. Do you have any questions before I start the next part? You guys comfortable? Do you guys see how extend works? And how to use trim? So sometimes you can draw your own shapes over your design just to trim something off and then delete the object if you really need to. Depends what's going on, of course. Okay. So just make a circle. Doesn't matter what radius. I think this one was radius. I forgot. Let me check. This is radius 5, I believe. Stupid snaps. Yeah. Oops. Okay. So let's talk about the offset command up here. So if you choose offset, you can basically like duplicate your shapes and in different sizes. So like for example, if I choose the circle, let me turn that. I gotta turn off the snap for center. messing me up. You want to pick the edge, go all the way down. There you go. Get out of here. Where is it? Shoot. That's weird. Let's see if this works. Nope. I think that tangent's messing me up too. Forgot about that. There we go. Turned off those guys. Try one more time. There we go. So the diameter is 5 because the circle was radius 5. Or sorry, diameter is 10. Circle radius was 5. So there we go. So now choose the object. So it's asking me what size I want to offset it to. So if I choose slightly bigger than the diameter, let's say I choose 11, right? Now it's distance of 1 away from the circle. So this is 1, right? So the circle is 11. Now if I were to choose 5, oops, chose 10. Now it went out 5 from this guy. So it's 5 distance to here. Offset again. Now it shows 8. So now it's 8 diameter of the circle here. So you can keep offsetting, creating my own circles, which you can do with rectangles. It takes some getting used to, honestly, because you need to figure out what is the distance I'm trying to offset to, or what is the shape. Here. So here is a distance of 10. So I'm taking the inner circle and going out 10. Or I can make the inner circle go out 12. So now from here to here, it's 12. Okay. Does that make sense? So that the offsets can be a little weird to explain. All right, guys. Let's stop sharing here. So I've graded all your exams. If you haven't finished it, please send me an email or message me right now and let me know what's going on. I don't mind opening it for you one more time. It's not a big deal. Just let me know. I should have the first 3 homeworks done by tonight. Finish the first homework and the first quiz. All right, so I'm unlocked home. I'll unlock the exam in a moment. So I have opened up this homework for chapter 6. It's going to be, find this thing. It's going to be 6-7. Where is it? Here it is. So this example, this one's a little challenging. So you're gonna have multiple views. So you have a front view, side view, and a top view. Okay. So what I would like you to do is have them on different layers. So you have a top view layer, front view layer, side view. And there's going to be this block here. So this one will be somewhat challenging here. Slide down. There we go. Okay, so we have so find the instructions, you'll have a side view, front view, etc. Okay, you won't be doing the actual 3D shape, just do the perspectives. Does that make sense? Because we're not in 3D yet, but we're on our way there. So I want you to be able to look at I forgot what the term they use. I think it's an isometric design, kind of like pseudo 3D, right? Because it's a perspective. The perspective is in 3D, but it's a 2D page, right? So to make your layers from those 3 perspectives here. Okay. Let me turn that back up. Sorry. That's it. Okay. So that slot is the front view. So in the picture, you can see that slot, right? Anyway. All right. And those of you who did not take the test, I'm going to unlock it right now. Please turn it in by Wednesday, okay?